Good morning, all my coffee lovers and coffee outlaws. So great to see you. This is the Smart Life Club. You are watching the Coffee Break Show, and today we are going to talk about how it is that our mind can trap us. And we are going to talk about the solution so that you can 10x or 100x your results right now. And we are going to do that in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Smart Life Club. This is the Coffee Break Show. I'm Vicki Helm. And if you are new here, do me a favor and put your name down here on the side and say hello and introduce yourself. And if you are watching the replay, do me a favor and put a hashtag replay inside below down there. I want to welcome you to the Coffee Break Show today. I see you guys all popping on right now faster than anything. And listen, if you are on YouTube right now, if you could just take a moment and smash that like button and smash that subscribe button, that would do really wonders for me. I just want to thank everybody on. Do me a favor, put your name over here so I can see you. Good morning, Kelly Sinks. It's nice to see you, my friend. Good morning. It's Taco Tuesday. Lori, it's nice to see you, my friend. It's really, really great to see you here. You know, today, I thought of something that was so important for me. Good morning, everyone. Coffee in hand. That's right. We're the coffee outlaws. Who's got the Joe? Look at that. There's my Joe in a cup. Now, I want to welcome back Karen Sachs because she has been on vacation, and I, for one, have missed you so much. Glad to see you back. Hope you had fun in Florida and that it was exciting. I saw by some of the pictures it was really beautiful, and you got to do yoga on the beach. So today I want to talk about something. Good morning from Washington State. Okay, Washington State. Is this Stacia? If it is Stacia, would you do me a favor and type Stacia in there, or Stacia? Above you right here, there's a link to StreamYard. If you click on that link, you have to give StreamYard permission for me to see your name. And so it'll give that there. And if you're from somebody else from Washington State, welcome. I want to know who you are. And Kelly Sinks, you're right. I do not live a day. I don't start a day. I don't get through a day without my coffee Logic. That is the only coffee I will drink now. I love this, and it helps me so much. So yeah, I love it. I have it. I'm going to go for it. Listen, I want to tell you a secret that I've learned lately. Okay. And I'm going to be pushing today. Today, I'm going to reveal one of the secrets that I've learned. Today, I'm going to help you realize the one thing that you can do, to superpower yourself. Let's say, oh, it's Tracy Driver. Welcome. I didn't know you were in Washington. That's fantastic. Oh, that's even better than I thought. Washington State is Kelly Driver. Thank you, Kelly. Above you, babes, there is a number where a link you can click and ask permission. Give me permission to see your name, and it'll do it. Everybody is like Tracy Driver. It was Kelly. It was Tracy Driver. Okay, so I got it. It's there. So here's the thing. I once watched a Will Smith. I don't know if you guys like Will Smith. I love him. I think he is the most incredible man. I love his movies. I like what he's about. I like what he stands for. I love his family. I love his fatherhood. I love how his kids turned out. They're amazing. Everybody is in the Smith clan is pretty cool. And one of the things that I watched was an interview with him. And in his interview, he said a couple of things. He said, I'm not the best actor out there. I mean, there's a lot more actors out there, and I'm not the best director or the best producer or the best, storyteller, but I will tell you what I am the best at. And he said, I will die before I quit. So if you're on a treadmill with me and you're running, and I picture Will Smith, he's a big guy, he's running on the treadmill. You will quit before I will quit. You will quit because I will die, and I'm willing to die before I quit. And I really took that to heart. And he said, you will not outwork me. You may be a better singer. You may be a better dancer. You may be a better actor, but I will do more work than you will do. And that is the little thing that gave me the most success. And I thought about that and I was like, I'm actually, thanks, Lori. Lori says she love Will Smith. Me too. I love it. And that moment, though, changed my life. I really thought about, am I working productively? Am I working effectively? And I realized that there is always a little bit more than you could do, a little bit more. And what I was doing was I was believing my brain. I'd make a piece of content and I'd put it out there and then I'd wait. I'd wait to see what the reaction from the public was. And then I'd be like, God, nobody said anything. This isn't working. And so I'd make another piece of content and I'd put it out there. And then I'd wait and I'd go, okay, I've done it twice. I put 2 pieces of content out there and only a couple of people, I don't think this is working. So I put another piece of content out and I'd look at the content and I'd be like, okay, I put the 3rd piece of content out and I'm like, this has got it's got a little bit better, but it's not working as well as I thought it. What's wrong? What is wrong with this? What am I not doing right? And what I was not doing right was believing my brain. I never noticed that my brain was saying, this isn't working. Or that my brain was saying, what's wrong? Or that my brain was even looking for what was wrong. I had trained my brain to look for the negative. I never said, I put out 1 piece of content, now let's put out another. I would have these blocks of waiting and watching where I was like, and tons of people, I talked to one person and they didn't like it. And then I talked to everybody I knew and nobody wanted to buy what I had. Then you have the wrong friends. You are hooked up with the wrong people. And if you don't know nobody else, it's time to make a change. Your brain will give you reasons and excuses to quit. That's what it does. You either have to command your brain or it will command you. And it'll be like you're not even mindful of what you're saying to the universe. So what I did instead was I decided that I was going to do the Will Smith thing. I wasn't going to wait till somebody put out another piece of content. I was going to put out content after content after content after content. And I went from putting out 1 piece of content a day to putting out 8 to 10 pieces of content a day. And I did that consistently for the last 15 years. And sometimes I put out some between 15, 20, 30 pieces of content a day. And what I found out was that I am totally capable of way more than I let myself get away with. I had to call me out. And that's the hardest thing to do is, you need to stop this right now. I mean, when you actually call yourself out for that moment and actually get real with you, you will find that there's a boatload more you can do. So if you guys don't know my partner, Robin is in the medical industry and she loves all those medical books. And she read one recently from a guy who was a SEAL team leader, who was part of the team that went to overseas and captured somebody, etc. And what they learn as a SEAL is that when you are absolutely exhausted, when you're absolutely so tired that you've got to lay down, your body, hey, Brandon, nice to see you on. Good morning. Your body actually has 10% more left in you. And that, you know how that there's 10% more in the gas tank and that'll take you another 100 miles, maybe even 150 miles because you still have 10% in the gas tank? Well, that's what they learn. They learn to override that portion of them that says, oh my God, I'm so tired. And they learn that there's an extra 100 to 150 miles in them. And I thought, isn't that interesting? So when I bike ride now and I'm on the mountains and I'm doing the up, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm so tired. I realize that's a negative thought. that the thing I want to say is, I actually have 10% left in me. I can do this. I have 10% in me. So what happens is we let our negative thinking control the results in our life. We actually believe what it's saying to us. We believe the excuses it's giving us. Well, you're not smart enough to do that. Nobody's going to listen to you. It's not working. But I already talked to everybody and I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. This isn't working. What am I doing wrong? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. What you're doing wrong is not retraining your mind to say what you actually want it to say, which is, what do I got to do to make this work? What do I got to learn to figure this out? Who do I need to learn to talk to? If this isn't working here, how do I get it to work? You get your mind and you tell your mind the answer you want it to achieve, and it will bring it to you. Brandon says, that's an interesting thought. Let's do this. That's right. Karen says, I can do more. I am ready to do it now. That's right. And so what happens is I look at what it is that I want to accomplish. And I realize there is always 10% more creativity in me, 10% more success in me, 10% more transformation in me, 10% more wealth in me. And if I get to the point where I just grow my creativity and my wealth and my action by 10% per day, that 10% when I think, oh gosh, I'm so tired, I need a break. I need a break. You know what? I want to be clear too. I take care of myself. When I need a break, I take a break. But I don't let myself lie to me and say, oh, it's so hard. Oh, I'm not. Your mind loves to give you ways out. Most people don't want to know the truth. Most people don't want to know the truth that they believe the crappy thoughts in their mind. Their ego comes up and they're like, yeah, but that ain't me. And if you look at the life and say, if you have the life you want and you're living your dream life with your dream money and your dream everything, then you're right. That may not be you, but there's always a next level to go to. There's always another step. There's always more to have in your life. There's always another place you can reach to. And success starts with the 6 inches right here. We stop saying to ourselves the things that are harming us. And so what I did then was I thought, I wonder what would happen if I really poured it on. What would happen if I poured it on? And so what I found was, instead of that book taking me, 2 years to write, it took 2 months, then 10 days. Then, good morning, Jane. It's nice to see you on, girlfriend. And then that next step. So what happens is everybody can say, oh, yes, but I actually have an illness, or I actually have a whatever. We cap our life force, the healthy thing in us that makes us go 10% more, that gives us that energy, that gives us that lungta, that life force in us. We dampen it with our own negative thinking. We dampen it. We don't even know how much of it is in there, or what we're possible of, or what we're capable of. You're a soul. You are a divine being having a human experience. Divinity has a lot of power to it. That divineness has so much it can do. So whatever you do this week for the rest of the week and have fun at, get to the point where you're willing to do what I call the Will Smith challenge. Challenge yourself to do 10% more. Challenge yourself to go the extra 10% and see what that does for you. And that means, for me, what I did to get the extra 10% is I actually got to the point where I looked at my life and I saw where I was kind of pissing away my 10%. Like, oh my gosh, I'm binge watching this show. I'm using my 10% extra energy to entertain my mind and not actually achieve what I wanted to achieve. So bam, off the TV went. And then the extra 10%, I'm like, well, I love to read books, so I'm going to read about this topic. Or when I go to YouTube, I'm not going to watch that cute little doggy or cat video. I'm going to watch a training video on how to do XYZ. And there's my extra 10%. And then suddenly when I'm on there, I'm like, oh, I learned this last night with YouTube, so I can do this, and boom, there's the content. Kelly says she's in. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you for that challenge. When you get to the point where you look at your 10%, you got to know something. You can get 10% better per month. And by the end of the year, you'll be 120% better by 10. And you won't even 10x your results. You'll 100x your results. Everything about your life will move forward. And we're like, oh, this is another one of those talks about how we're blah, blah, blah. No, don't sabotage your life. You're going to get to the point where you're going to be too old and too worn out, really, to be doing the things you could be doing now. So what I did was I stopped listening to my mind, and you would be surprised right now. I think for me, I can probably do the work of 5 people in one day consistently because I don't let my mind lie to me. I don't let my mind come up and say, oh, I'm too tired to do this. I love to give myself excuses. I don't want to do that anymore. And I'm going to challenge you not to love to give yourself excuses. And if you look inside your life, you will see where you're giving yourself excuses, and you'll have a chance to do the Will Smith challenge and say, you know what? I am going to move through this. That's what I have for you today on today's Smart Life Club Coffee Break Show. I'm Vicki Helm. Tomorrow it's 9 o'clock on the West, 10 in the mountains, 12 noon. And I want you to know I believe in you. I believe in you more than you even know. And I will see you tomorrow. Mwah! Peace out. See you later, guys. Bye.